Riley, come on. All right, so I believe we are at or very close to the summit of Chairback Mountain. This is me, Van Gogh. We've hiked about a half mile today from where we stayed last night at Riley, wrong way, this way, Riley. We stayed last night at Chairback Lean-to. We had a good night last night. I was very glad to be there. But then this morning, it was super windy and it was still very cold out. And I was quite hungry. Riley, wait. And so I started eating food. And it was just it's still really windy and it's still really cold out. And it took a long while to get even remotely sunny. We do have some sunshine up above there. So anyway, we took a long while, or I took a long while to get going today, a very long while. If it would just be warm, I could get going so much quicker, but the cold makes it so hard to get going in the morning. But we finally got going. We're on the trail now. There have been some sprinkles of rain, and I'm praying that it doesn't continue. It's not sprinkling right now, but there were some sprinkles that I heard on the rooftop of the shelter earlier today. And then shortly after we started hiking, I felt some sprinkles on my rain jacket. I actually have one of my puffy jackets on. So I have all four of my hiking shirts. I have one puffy jacket on, and then I have my black rain jacket on. The past several days I've been hiking with all four of my hiking shirts and my black rain jacket. But today I decided to leave one of my puffy jackets on. The warmer of the two that I have, because I didn't feel hot at all, like overly warm, the previous few days, and today just feels a little bit colder. I feel colder, so I felt like it would be a good idea to leave one of the puffy jackets on. All right, so this is a tricky descent here. It's not super long though. All right, so I'm just gonna say today is Thursday, October the 10th. Shush, it's okay, Riley. Shush. Thursday, October the 10th, day 161, I believe. Riley, shush, stop. Slow down, Riley. Stay there, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Over here, Riley. Come on, Riley. Over here. Stay there. There you go. Good job. Hold up, Riley. Stay there. Riley, hold up. Okay, hold up, buddy. Riley, stay there. All right, so now we need to make our way over there. Riley, stay there. Riley, stay there, buddy. Hey, stay there. Oh, shush. Shush. Shush, Riley. Stop. Riley, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Just give me some room. Riley, give me some room, Riley. Hold up. We're fine, Riley. It's okay, Riley. Riley. There you go. Riley, this way. Riley, right, up here. Riley, come here. Come here, buddy. There you go. There you go, Riley. Good job. There we go. Good job, Riley. Hold up. Hold up, Riley. Me first. Me first, Riley. These rocks are slickety slick here. Riley, calm down. Slickety slick. Hold up, Riley. Hold up, buddy. All right, almost to the bottom here. Almost, Riley. Hold up. Stay there, Riley. There we go. Good job, Riley. All right. Some nice, comfortable ground here. Shake. I opened up the shelter log last night at Chairback Lean-to. I took a look at it actually at night before we went to sleep. And then I signed it for Riley and I this morning. I just said, Riley and Van Gogh stayed here the night. And I said it was super windy and cold in the morning. And I said, brr, brr, with 2 exclamation points. And the previous 3 comments, one guy stopped in yesterday, and then the other 2 stopped in the previous day. They both were talking about how cold it was. Which made me feel somewhat, just made me feel like I had company, because I feel like it's very cold too. But I feel like we were extra cold, not last night, but the night before, because my hiking shirts were still damp. And I feel like, I mean, I suppose other people could have fallen in the water as well and gotten wet. But I think most people that cross that water crossing where we fell in, I feel like most people would be able to do that without falling in. I feel like it was made more difficult for me since I was also bringing Riley with me. But definitely, I'm sure I'm not the only one that fell in. It was fast moving water. That reminds me that I did check the guidebook with regard to other water crossings, or other water crossings that we have to ford. And there's 2 more that are listed in my guidebook that say we have to ford the water crossing. One we're gonna be getting to today. It's like less than 5 miles, I believe, from the lean-to that we stayed at last night. It's called the West Branch of the Pleasant River. And from what I learned on Far Out, it is a relatively slow-moving river. So not as fast-moving as the previous water crossings that we had to ford, which is good. And I believe the water is generally about shin deep. Shin deep, what does that mean? Is that like above the ankle but below the knee, something like that? Anyway, so I don't really feel like fording any more water crossings, but on the positive side, at least it sounds like it's slow moving, so that'll make it less likely that we're gonna fall in. And it's also good that it's not higher than knee deep, but it is wide, so just something we'll have to get through. And then the next one is the East Branch of the Pleasant River, which we're not going to get to today. It's maybe tomorrow or the next day. But according to Far Out, most people that do that are able to get across on rocks as long as the water level is not too high without having to get wet. So if that's accurate, then I think we just have one more ford that we have to do, which will be later today. All right, might have to get low here and lower myself down like so. All right, good job, Riley. Hold up, buddy. While I was cold in the shelter this morning, I decided to open up my book and read a chapter of The Silence of the Lambs. And the chapters are relatively short. I'm up to chapter like 11 already, and page 70 in the book. And it's mostly following the movie. I feel like the movie followed the book pretty closely, because the book seems to be very reminiscent of what I remember in the movie for the most part. I actually watched the movie not too long ago. I watched it probably less than a year ago when I was living in Philadelphia. At the apartment complex I was living in, they had social gatherings every once in a while. And one of the social gatherings they had was a movie night. Whoa. Whoa. And I think it was probably a movie night like last year around Halloween time. So like last year around this time, maybe a little bit after. And the movie that was selected was The Silence of the Lambs. So that was the last time I watched it. And when I watched it, I just remember the movie being, oh, Riley, oh my goodness. There just being a lot of detail in the movie that I didn't remember exactly from watching it previously. Hold up, buddy, hold up. So I remember thinking that it was the kind of movie where it would be cool to watch it multiple times to try to pick up on all the detail. So it's cool that I'm reading the book. Ah, Riley, hold up, buddy. Calm down, man. What are you doing, dude? Mr. Riley. We gotta try to... Hold up, Riley. We gotta try to get down here without slipping and sliding, Riley. There we go. All right, so we're making progress on the day. Oh, Riley, and hopefully we don't have any rain, and hopefully we can make it into tomorrow. And whatever I heard about nice weather, hopefully that will bear out tomorrow. All right, it's been drizzling for much of the morning or much of the day, yet we have blue skies above us for the most part now. You can see that I have wetness on my rain jacket. We passed Katahdin Ironworks Road, the first road crossing in the 100-mile wilderness, about a half mile ago. We've done about 4.5 miles on the day, I think, approximately. And we are at the west branch of the Pleasant River. And we have to ford this friggin' stream, this friggin' river. Fortunately, it's not moving nearly as fast as the other water crossings that we had to ford, and I believe the depth is not quite as high Riley is eating grass right now. We just gotta do this, get it over with. Get it over with. I think this is the last one that we have to do. Riley, I am not happy. Stop it, Riley. Come on, man. I am not in a good mood. But I should be in a better mood because we have blue skies above us. Well, the clouds are moving fast though, so the blue skies are now covered by clouds. At least it's not raining right now. Alright, yeah, so there's no way to do this other than to walk through the water. And I'm going to keep my shoes on and get my shoes and socks wet. Because my shoes are already damp and I need the traction as well. Riley, what do you say, man? We just got to do this. Suck it up. There's a bench over there. It's like such a contrast. Like when there's a bench, it seems like such a nice place to just rest. But we have to walk through the water, and that's not very nice. It would be fine if it was hot out. It's not hot out. At least it's not freezing out either. It could be, things could be better, things could be worse. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I am clearly not looking forward to doing this ford because I haven't done it yet. And there's human beings over there. They're sitting on the bench. Looks like they're getting ready to take their shoes off to do this ford. Looks like they're taking their shoes and socks off. Riley. How bad can it be, Riley? It doesn't look super deep. Maybe I'll watch them do it first and see what path they take. They're just going through it. Yep, it's just like ankle deep. Looks kind of deep there, actually. The sooner we do it, the more time my pants have a chance to dry out. Riley is excited. Good job, guys. Watch out, Riley. Well done, well done.
Hello.
Hey, man, good job. Hold up, Riley.
Mind if I give him a call?
Yeah. Have at it. Oh, he's got he's happy to see you. He says, great job. Hey, Riley, calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Heck yeah.
Did you guys go across that earlier today?
Yeah.
You did it, and so this is you're coming back now?
Yeah.
Cool.
The whole thing was so yeah, this is my second time doing this hike. Last time I did it was in the spring, and so that was it was a doozy. We weren't quite as prepared for the ford as we were this time, and that was a doozy. It was a great hike.
How far did you get today?
We did the whole
the Gulf Haggis?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We did the whole loop.
Yeah.
Went up to the head and then swung on back.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Was it raining earlier in the day for you?
Definitely
drizzling.
Kind of a constant. It was like cloudy and then drizzled for like a third to a half, maybe a little over. Over a third.
Yeah, it was kind of sprinkling just all the way through.
Right.
Yeah. It was nice though.
You put a sweatshirt on and it'll stop raining.
Yeah.
And then it'll rain as soon as you take it off.
It never anything too heavy.
Yep, that's good.
But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Shake. Shake, Riley. How far do you have to your car?
We parked right at the end of this trail here.
Yeah, cool.
In that parking area.
Cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I think these are a little like thin for that heat.
All right, so they are leaving now, so we should be able to continue on here. Come on, Riley. Come on, Riley. Let's go, buddy. Come on, Riley. Come on, Riley. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Over here, Riley. You ready, Riley? We gotta go, man. We gotta do this. I don't want to, but we have to. I don't want to, but we have to. Come on, Riley. We can at least try to rock hop for a little ways. Come on, Riley. Like over here. Come on, Riley. Hold up, Riley. All right. Now, we just gotta do it. Oh, man. There to there. All right, yeah, we just gotta do it, Riley. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, I don't like this. Come on, Riley. Let's go, buddy. It's important not to rush it. Better to keep our balance and just stay wet longer than to lose our balance and to just fall in. Riley, hold up, buddy. Hold up. Shut up. Oh my goodness. Watch out, Riley. Calm down. Riley, hold up. It's okay, Riley. Shush. Riley, calm down. Alright, so we're at the junction of the Gulf Haggis Trails and the AT. The Gulf Haggis Trail circuit loop, rim trail, and return via Pleasant River Road, distance 5.2, start across brook. Okay, and we're gonna go to the right, stay on the AT. Carl Newhall Lean-to in 4.2 miles. That could be, I would like to get there if we have enough time. Come on, Riley. Let's go, buddy. This way. Riley! Oh my friggin' goodness! Come on, dude. So the Gulf Haggis Trail is a very popular trail among people, day hikers, weekenders, people in general. Apparently it's got lots of pretty views. I think it has a nice waterfall on it. Riley, watch out, dude. So between that water crossing that we did, the west branch of the Pleasant River, and here, it was a little over a mile. And we passed by multiple day hikers. And earlier, about a mile back, we got to a junction that led to a campsite, Pleasant River campsite. This was after the water crossing. And Riley, stay behind me, dude. And I met a guy who was coming in the southern direction. And he stopped to say hello. And I somehow mentioned that it was, you know, things are going fine, but it's been kind of cold. And he offered me he was actually the partner of the lady who we saw just as we were crossing that water crossing, who had the dog. I'm not sure how visible she and the dog were in my last video, but there was a dog on the other side of the water crossing and a lady, and apparently she has a partner who is behind her. He was doing like a trail run, and so we saw him, and he said he had a fleece on him that he was not very fond of, and he offered it to me since I mentioned I was not very happy with the cold weather. And it's a little heavier than I'd like, but I decided to take it, and so I'm wearing it now over my puffy jacket, but underneath my rain jacket. It's like a Columbia sportswear fleece, and the zipper on it doesn't work apparently, but it's still nice soft material. And since my blue rain jacket is wet right now, and it's going to take a while before it dries out, I only have my black rain jacket to use as a blanket for Riley on top of his blue thermal jacket. And so I figured, well, at least, you know, I can wear this fleece during the day if it's cool enough, which for the most part I'm expecting it to be, and I can just at least use it as a second blanket at night for Riley. So I figured it would be useful, so I decided to take it. And then as I was putting it on, several other day hikers approached as they were apparently finishing their hike of the Gulf Haggis Trail. Not all at once, but like there was a couple of ladies, and then there was this another single man. And when the single man approached, I was in the process, I had already put the fleece on and gotten my rain jacket on, and I was in the process of getting my pack on. Well, I guess I had my pack on. I was in the process of looping Riley's leash back through my shoulder strap and back onto my hip belt. And Riley was barking, and barking in the direction of something off in the distance. And he just decided to bolt right before I latched his leash onto my hip belt. And the leash just slipped right through my hands and he got away. And I immediately started going after him. I dropped my pack on the ground and started running after him. And Riley was just going real fast. And my heart was starting to sink, and I'm like, oh no. And fortunately, Riley decided to stop. Not immediately, but he was running for a good 10 seconds, I suppose, and then he decided to stop. And then I slowly approached him, and he let me catch up to him. Thank goodness, and I was able to get a hold of his leash again and then walk back. So that was the scare of the day. But got him back under control, and he's hooked up to my hip belt again, safe and sound. And so now that we are away from the Gulf Haggis Trail junction, shouldn't see nearly as many day hikers. It's also getting late in the day anyway. And yeah, so we got through that ford. It wasn't too bad. Just got my shoes and socks wet, and I got the bottoms of my hiking pants wet. Maybe like a third of the way up to my knee. So a little over my ankle. But it's nice to have that over with. And as far as I know, that's the last ford that we have to do that actually requires us to get wet. I think the next one, the east branch of the Pleasant River, supposedly there's a way to do that by rock hopping it, which is not a true ford. So hopefully that's the case. That's definitely something to be happy about, because I'm not a fan of fords, not a fan of accidentally falling into the water and getting all wet. So we'll see where we get today. If we can get to that shelter, that would be cool. If not, hopefully we can get to a campsite. All right, hello, Riley. Good boy. I'm sorry to shine the light in your face. So we are at Carl Newhall Lean-to now. We just got here, so I'm in a great mood. Van Gogh is in a good mood. It is 7:44 p.m. Yeah, we just got here again. Second night in a row we're staying at a shelter. Second night in a row we have the entire shelter to ourselves because we're so late in the season here. When we got to the junction for the Gulf Haggis Trail, it was 4.2 miles away, and I wasn't sure if we'd have enough time to get here. But I was motivated to get here just because I enjoyed staying in the shelter last night, and with the clouds the way they are, it could certainly rain tonight, I don't know, and I just feel more comfortable being in a shelter with it being so cold and the possibility of rain. Just makes things easier being in a shelter. When it's nice and warm out and the weather's real nice, earlier in the hike, I really enjoyed just staying in our tent. But given that part of the reason I enjoyed staying in our tents was because of the privacy, but given that we're so late in the season, we pretty much have all the shelters to ourselves as well. So, and it's nice to it's nice to just have a strong roof over our head, especially, especially if there's any possibility of rain. With it being so cold out, I don't want to take the chance of getting wet. So anyway, so we're at Carl Newhall Lean-to. I don't know who Carl Newhall is. I'm guessing there's a good chance he is a former director of the Maine Appalachian Trail Club. Just a guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll look that up at some point when we get off trail. But we are at mile 2118.8. We started the day at 2108.9, which was the last lean-to, Chairback Gap lean-to. And so we hiked 9.9 miles on the day. I was about to say it was about 6:15, and I got to I saw some possible camping sites, so I decided to check my phone and see how far we were from the lean-to, and that's how I knew what time it was. And at that point, we were 1.7 miles away, and it was just close to. We still had a little bit of light left, but not much, and it was close to getting dark. So I decided to push on at that point and try to make it to the lean-to. And then when we got to a mile away, it was about 7 p.m. I think, and that's when I got my headlamp out to because it was fully dark at that point. So I was able to fill up on water. We were walking a good chunk of the last like 3 miles or so. We've been walking parallel to the Gulf Haggis Brook, which is a really good water source. And just before, like less than 1/10 of a mile back, I finally filled up on water. So we have plenty of water for tonight. So we are going to get ourselves set up. And I have my new fleece that this guy gave me back at just after West Pleasant, the West Branch of the Pleasant River. So Riley will have 2 blankets tonight, so he'll be nice and warm tonight. And yeah, we're gonna have a good night, and we're almost through the relatively hard part of the 100-mile wilderness. We have like 5 miles or maybe a little less than that to climb up Whitecap Mountain tomorrow, and then we'll descend. But I've heard Whitecap Mountain, even though we're about elevation like 1900 right now, Whitecap Mountain the summit is like 3,600 feet, so we still have a ways to climb. But I've heard that the climb, I don't remember this specifically from my 2018 hike, but I've heard that the ascent is a rather pleasant ascent. I've heard that there's like lots of stone steps to make it somewhat easy, or relatively easy. So you still have to do the hiking up, but it's not like a big rock scramble, I don't think. And then after we finish that, and after we get down, I think there's a lot of flat, beautiful terrain to look forward to. So, man, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to nice weather. Sunshine and blue skies, really looking forward to that. Hopefully that comes about tomorrow, and if the temperature could rise a little bit, I'm not going to argue with that either. So, all right, so Mr. Van Gogh loves to ramble when he's in a good mood. But I will say goodnight. I wish everyone a good night. And yeah, we will check in tomorrow. So, closing out the day for day number 161, Thursday, October 10th. All right, bye for now.